So you want to be OP? Well, I'm here to help. All right, so this time we are playing Chrono Trigger, good old classic. Just a couple of things to point out right away. Number one, we are basically the first time that you come to 65 million BC for storyline reasons. Keep in mind, you can actually come here a little bit earlier, but there's no real reason to. But anyways, so we have the little party or whatever at night with Ayla, and we get the Dream Rock. Unfortunately, we wake up and the gate key's gone, so at that point, Ayla joins us, and the first thing I do is come here to the hunting area, or whatever this place is called. Now, what I want to do here is to wait for it to rain. Now, just up above, or up top there, that's one of the locations where the new enemy can actually spawn at. And so there's two basic aspects to being OP, I would say, early on, especially in Chrono Trigger. Number one is to get a lot of your techs, which require tech points. The second is to make a bunch of money. And the reason for that is there's some equipment that we can buy that is absurdly priced in Medina Village in the 1000 AD time period. That stuff, normally it's pretty tough to get a hold of again because it's so expensive. But anyway, the new comes out during the rain in this hunting grounds. And that spot right back there was another one of the spots. Basically, it's three different spots that you can run into them. And then here's the third. So keep in mind, one of the cool things about the new is that it can never kill you. It can only ever take you down to 1 HP. And then if you're at 1 HP and it attacks you, it will not do any damage to you at all. So again, keep in mind, you cannot actually die from the new. Now, the other enemies in the area, though, can kill you, so you'll have to be careful. Especially if you do what I do here and just kind of farm these guys. So as far as gear setups, I basically just, grabbed whatever, basically the best gear that I could get at the moment, and then put a Berserker on Chrono, and then one on Ayla as well. The reason for that is it's just going to speed up this process. And then if you notice there, we got 30 tech points. And then, yeah, right off the bat, Ayla learns, what was that, Rolo kick or something like that? But anyways, yeah, the Berserker, always puts you in, like, the Berserk status where it increases the damage. And I think, like, the just hit rate, like, whether or not you miss. And, that's the first victory there with the new. You get a third eye. Which is, I guess, kind of cool. It doubles your evasion. I don't typically equip that. I think that there's a lot of other better accessories. But anyways, might as well point that out while we're here. So anyways, basically what you're going to want to do then is to just go right back into the hunting range. So basically kill him once and then go back inside. The reason for that is it doesn't seem to me that after you've killed the new the first time, the next time that it rains, he won't necessarily show up. So, I don't know if, in subsequent times that it rains, he will show up or not. I don't know. But I always just, run out once I've defeated it once and then run back. Anyways, the idea here is to not only farm tech points, because if you notice there, 30 tech points in any one battle is just insane for this time, and there just isn't a better way to get tech points for a long time. So maybe ever. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's a too strong of a statement because I'm not sure at what point maybe some of the other battles get better. But anyways, this is as good as you're going to get for a long time. The second thing that's so good about the new is if you noticed, he gives us 3 of each of the different trading items. So that's the feather, fang, horn, and petal. There's kind of a cheesy thing that you can do with the new as well is basically when the rain stops, he'll actually start to run away. And if you can catch him while he's running away, he'll just give you, those trading items. But the reason why I don't think that that's worth it is because you don't get the tech points then. So, you might as well just face him and kill him. So that's the hunting ground. Now, there's some other really great things that you can do if you want to take the time to do them with Ayla right now, and that's basically just farm up enough tech points so that she can get her charm ability, and then you can go charm enemies, especially in the next areas that we're going to visit. Specifically, it'll be like the Reptite lair. It's got some really good items that you can charm from enemies, and that can be another decent-ish way to make money. I still think that the hunting ground is better. But here, so I'm just doing some trades. Now, what you want to do is you want to trade petals and feathers for stone arms. Stone arms are worth the most. You get like the most bang for your buck, I would say. And then the second item is the flint edge. So that's the second and third item. What is it? The fang and the horn, I think. Yeah. So I'm actually going to grab, excuse me, a couple other things here, just because I need them. So the sage bow, obviously, that will be for Marl or Marla, or whatever, however you say her name. So I'm actually just going to grab that. That's just going to make farming a little, maybe, potentially a little bit faster, because she'll be able to do a little bit more damage, to the new. Here's a ruby vest. That's going to be sort of worthless for what we're doing. I mean, they're great. Ruby vests are really good. Probably the best armor that you can really get a hold of at this point. Unfortunately. Fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, we don't actually really need better armor, to be honest, because, again, the new is going to hit us for all of our HP every time anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. If you notice there, Marla's got the miso mail. That's an item that you can, if you want to spend the time, you can run up the, I think it's the dactyl nest, and grab that. It's up towards the top, so unfortunately it's a little bit of a little time consuming to get there, but it's a decent piece of armor right now. I don't actually know if it's better than the ruby vest or not. I think it is, but don't quote me on that because I don't remember. But anyways, that's my top priority, though, is to get that, or to get those tech points, and to get those trade items. And then basically what I've done is off camera, I've done a bunch of farming, and obtained a lot more stone arms and flint edges. And then I came here. This is Medina Village, and this is 1,000. So if you notice here, this is just. If you notice, I've obviously spent a bit of time, farming up tech points. At least to the point where I had Lightning 2. Boy, I had a lot of spells with Marl. Yeah, she did a bit there. But anyway, so this is after after I finished the events there in 65 million BC. Unfortunately, once you've started the nighttime party, you can't leave because the gate key gets stolen. So you have to finish that off before you can kind of continue on. But that being said, I have then done that, and then traded for a bunch of more stuff so that I could just make a bunch more money. Let's just see here. Oh, okay, I've got some stuff that I either stole from enemies. I think that was the Aeon Edge. That's stealable from the Mesosaur. So that was back in 65 million BC. I don't remember what the dream gun. I think there's a dream gun and a dream bow as well. And I think that those come from the Reptite lair as well. I don't remember which enemies. I don't know if it's that important, but I did get a couple of extra ones, and just to kind of show you how much they're worth. Now, the real bulk of what I'm going to sell here, though, is from my hunting range expedition, I guess you could say. So then I just headed back here to, again, this is the Medina Village 1000. And you actually have to fight the shopkeeper here because otherwise he won't sell to you. Unfortunately, though, even when you do that, he will still be not happy because we're humans. And I think these are the mystics. I think is what they're considered. They still have a bit of a grudge against humans. So, unfortunately, these prices are going to be absolutely absurd. But here's a magma hand, or the magma hands. These again are stolen back in 65 million BC. Same with the Aeon blades. Again, that's definitely the Mesosaur. I don't remember where the magma hand comes from though. And then I'm just going to sell all of my flint edges. So there I got a pretty good chunk. Now, to be fair, this was really time consuming, but I got a bunch of extra ruby guns too, so just got rid of those. But here's the payoff. All right, so the Demon Edge here, obviously very expensive, but it does get you the, what was it, 1.5 times. Does that hit against magic enemies? And that's actually going to be really handy for the area that we're going to be going to next, which is back in, I think it's 680. I don't know what I did here. So basically that's just how to get here. Obviously you have to go through the gate at the end of time there to the Medina village, 1000 AD, and then you come over to the market and fight. You have to fight this guy. Again, otherwise he won't sell to you. So, anyways, all right. So let's go back into his inventory here. He's actually got a lot of really good stuff. Again, Demon Edge. That's for Chrono and Chrono only. Yeah, 1.5 times hit on. I think that's supposed to be magic enemies. So whatever that means. But anyways, this is obviously it's just better than even the Aeon blade. Lumen robes are great because it's got the magic defense +5. Again, we're going to be heading into an area that we're going to be facing a lot of enemies that use magic, so I think that's fantastic. Flash mail is pretty good too. Obviously, there it's got really good defensive stats, and then the glow helm as well. Unfortunately, flash mail and glow helms are only for males, whereas the lumen robe is for the females. So unfortunately, your females are going to be lacking a little bit in the defensive department in comparison to your males if you want to go this route. So I'll be honest though, I think that it's smart to probably, if you've got the money, pick up 2 flash mails and 2 glow helms. Equip Chrono with the best that you can get, the Demon Edge too. And then only buy 1 Dream Robe for, I always take Marl or Marla or whatever with me. And the reason for that is, we'll get Frog back. And so he'll be the third party member. So again, I always go Chrono, Marla, and Frog just because Marla is amazing, and it's just too good not to have her. Or she's too good not to take with. So that's basically it, though. Again, this is it gets to be a little time consuming, but it's probably the one thing that you can do early on in the game to really power yourself up, and you'll just be set for the rest of the game. Obviously, eventually we'll outgrow the gear that we obtain here, but learning all of those techs this early on in the game is just always going to pay off. It's always going to be good. So that's my recommendations. And as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.